everybody, it's Chris and I am back to do a painting with you today. So I've been kind of busy working on an online class and that's kind of taken a lot of my time. So that's why I haven't been on here to do any paintings with you for a little bit. But I ordered a couple of new toys, if you will. And one of them is the split pour cup. I'm gonna have to check and see how big this guy is. I want to say I ordered the 12-ounce one and I have the 4 split cup. So I was watching a video that Melly D did a while back and I thought it was absolutely amazing the first time I watched it, but I watched it again last week and I thought this might actually work with my split cup. So I have mixed up some Cloud Mix, which is the Deco Art Satin Enamel White. And it's equal parts of that and the Artist Loft white paint. I've added a little bit of Floetrol and a little bit of water to get it to the consistency of my other paints. And it's been a little cloudy here in Iowa the last, gosh, it seems like month, even though I'm sure it's not that long. But at least for the last 4 or 5 days, it's been very cloudy and we've had rain and snow and we're supposed to get snow tomorrow. And I thought, you know what? I just want to do something sunny and happy. So as a lot of you probably know, pink is definitely one of my happy colors. So the colors I chose today are Primary Magenta, and then I've also got some Cadmium Yellow, as well as Orange. And I think this is gonna be really fun. I don't wanna have a ton of the white in here, so I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should add a little bit of colored paint in the bottom of where the white is going to go. But I'm gonna move this over so that I can see because it would be really bad if I can't see how much paint I'm putting in here. Now I'm working on a 12 by 24. I'm thinking this is gonna have to probably be pretty full. It is a gallery wrapped canvas and trying to decide what color do I want underneath the white. So I think I'm gonna put the white here and I'm trying to decide what color should go next to what. Because as it comes out, actually, I think I'm gonna put the yellow out here on the outside. I'm just gonna pretty much fill these little areas up, I think. And the orange, I think will go next to the yellow. I'm trying to decide what color I'm gonna put underneath that, the white. I kind of want to do the pink because I just love pink so much. So I don't want as much of the white in here as I have of the other colors. That's why I'm kind of like filling in with some of another color here, just to be sure that I don't get too carried away with the Cloud Mix. And then I'm just going to gently pour this guy in here because I don't really want it to mix with the pink. I just want it to kind of set up on top of it. So I'm just going to gently pour. Now my hope is that I'll get some of the color out first before the white will start to come out, because I'm not going to fill the white all the way, just like that. And then I'm hoping that the pink will kind of push out the rest of it. And I'm gonna put a little bit more pink over here because I wanna be sure that I have enough paint to go. All right, so this is going to be kind of a traveling pour, and it's gonna be kind of a, I think it'll be very interesting to see what we get. So I am gonna start down here on this end and then I'm gonna slowly go back and forth and we'll see what we get. So here's my little loaded cup, as you can see. I probably have the Cloud Mix about 2/3 full perhaps. And here we go, let's see what we get. So what Melly D did was to go down and then she came back up again. There's that Cloud Mix. And then I'm gonna come down again. Kind of feel like I should be going down the middle instead of going side to side. We'll see here. All right, we should be getting kind of towards the end here. I can already see the Cloud Mix starting to do some cool stuff. think I may have poured a little too quick because I kind of like that little ripply effect that I'm getting now. But I also want to make sure that I make it all the way down to the other end. Otherwise it might look a little bit weird. Now, so much for the pink being in the bottom of that so that I didn't get all this cloud mix at the end. But that's all right. Kind of gonna pour it down here on the end in hopes that if there's too much, I can get rid of it. All right. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go off the end. So it's interesting that we'll see how this works out, but it looks to me like there's an awful lot of yellow and orange, but I think it's gonna be cool. All right, so I'm gonna let this sit here a second and see if my little cloud mix starts to do its magic. I can already see some cool stuff, so I'm excited to start tilting this. Okay, I have some really cool stuff. I'm gonna see if I can show this to you a little bit closer so that you can see some of the cool things that are happening there in that cloud mix. Now, let's see if we can get this little baby to move and maybe some of that pink will start to come out. So I'm just gonna kind of tilt back and forth because I kind of like what's going on with it right now. And I just kind of want to stretch it out and see what we get here. Kind of move it down towards the end of the canvas so that I don't lose a lot of my paint. Going over. And I'm going to kind of coax it over the edge and bring it back. There's that pink I was looking for. And then I'm going to kind of go over here and do the same thing. There we go. And then bring it back. Very interesting. There's a ton of yellow. Oh my goodness. They say that yellow will take over, and I think it might have this time. So I'm just going to tilt this down. Sorry. I know you can't see. Just going to bring it down here to this corner and try not to get paint all over my floor. And then take it off of this bottom corner here. All right, now I'm just going to kind of move my paint a little bit here and set it back down. And you can see over here on this left side, see how we've got some of that white kind of starting to pop through. I'm hoping that it'll kind of do that in some other areas too. That's the cloud mix. So I'm going to let this sit here for a minute. I'm going to touch up my edges and then we'll come back in just a couple minutes and see what it's done. Okay, I apologize. I thought I was taping and apparently I was not. So I didn't love how it looked and I really wanted a lot more pink showing. I wanted the cloudy effect to be much more prominent than what it was. So I went back and I took my split cup. I added more pink, yellow, and I put a little bit of yellow in, but not nearly as much as I had the first time. And the orange, and I thickened up my cloud mix with a little bit more of the satin enamel. And then I just poured a ribbon down the center of it. I poured it much slower so it was a nice wide ribbon. And then I tilted side to side, and this is what I got. And I love this oh so much more. I apologize you didn't get to see that, but you saw how I did the first part of it, and basically I just went back and added that other ribbon. I think this is a much nicer final product. So I do think that it might change a tiny bit as it dries, but we'll see. I think it's really cool though, and I have to say that I love that split cup, and I can't wait to play with it some more. I think this is kind of an interesting way to do it. It's not how you would normally think about using a split cup, but I think it's kind of cool. I definitely like this pink center in it, and I just think it has some really cool effects to it. So I'll take some close-ups and put it at the end of the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching today. And if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.